So today I worked with Daytona. Daytona was a Rottweiler, really insecure. The owners called me because what happened was when they would go in the house, Daytona would bite or nip or just go after people when they'd turn their back and they'd go inside. So they called me, we went over there, we evaluated what was happening. First thing I noticed, there was no foundation, no structure, meaning the dog didn't know where he stood in the pack. There was marking everywhere. The dogs were peeing all over certain things that they shouldn't be peeing on, which is telling you that the dog doesn't know where he's standing. He's trying to figure it out by marking. So first thing I did is I put the leash on. I began to see what was going on. The dog was insecure. We set foundation. We went to work the gate, the thresholds in the backyard, meaning I want to be out first, so I'm clearly stating to the dog what's happening. I'm in charge. You can submit. No need for you to be in charge. You can get over your insecurities. So we did that. We took the dog, put it on leash. On the way out of the house, the dog was insecure with certain things. Plywood on the ground. There was cans in the backyard for recycling. The dog was real nervous around those. The gate, when that opened, the dog was really insecure there. This is how you get a dog over its fears. You put him in the very thing and don't let him leave. Just let him calm down. Good. The big thing about dogs, when they're insecure and they can move away from the things they're scared of, that empowers the behavior. It continues to allow the dog to stay in that place. But if I can stop the movement of the brain and the body, I can stop it. I can stop the behavior. So the dog says, I'm scared. He goes to bolt. I stop with the leash. I say, no, you're going to deal with this. You're going to be calm. I'm going to take care of it. That in turn builds trust in the relationship. The dog can say, wow, nothing's happening to me. You're taking care of everything. Okay. And then they begin to get over their insecurity, their anxiety, and their fear. But when we don't notice these things, we allow the dog to operate in that fear. It continues to build up this pressure until the dog can't take it anymore, and then you see biting and nipping. And you're like, well, it just started. It started a long time ago, but you never noticed the outbreak of it because the dog was able to deal with it. Over time, the behavior created this outcome of the dog biting. So what happened was he's like, I can't take this anymore, and he would bite. Well, since the owner was there with somebody else, it's not going to bite the owner. So the dog just wanted to get rid of this negative energy, and it picked a person to let it out on. So we worked that. We worked the foundations of the leash, the thresholds. We had the owners do these things. When the owners got the leash, we went back to the gates, had them work the exercise. The dog was able to get over its fear of the thresholds, get over its fear of going in and out. We came back in, and there was yard tools. The dog was afraid of yard tools. Put it on a leash. We grabbed the yard tools. We had the dog be around them. Now, we don't challenge the dog and go towards the dog, but we put him around the dog and move him and drag him on the ground so that way the dog can see, hey, this isn't hurting me. He can begin to get over his fears. See? That's not such a big deal. I'm not even holding these now. Right? So, to get him over it, I got to put him through it. Otherwise, he's going to be always spooked. It's the big bad shovel, the boogeyman. But then he realized, well, that's not so bad thing. We work these things, make the dog more confident, and then he gets over his fears, he becomes more confident. So we finally saw at the end, the dog went to go after one of us when we were going in the house. Well, the dog was insecure, where's my pack going? So that the owner was able to, at that point, we had her correct the dog, put it into a calm state, turn and go inside, no more problems. So now she's more aware, she can correct the behavior, and then when the behavior starts, she can shut it down by submitting the dog, getting into a calm state, no problem. So all in all, we had a good day. So stay tuned in, we'll have more for you. Thanks.